Hey, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm gonna talk about top 5
best gaming 4K monitors.
Starting at number 5.
Corsair Xeneon 32 UHD 144. 4K, 144 Hz, 1 millisecond, and HDR support on a 32-inch IPS panel makes for one heck of a spec list. And the new Corsair Xeneon 32 UHD 144 is indeed one heck of a 4K monitor for gaming. But it doesn't quite deliver on all that promise. The HDR experience is enabled via just 16 edge-lit local dimming zones, which is a bit of a kludge. And the 1 millisecond rating is MPRT, not gray to gray. That said, the SDR experience is fantastic. This is a very punchy display, with accurate quantum dot enhanced colors and zippy response. Whatever the official spec, combine that characteristic razor-sharp 4K image quality with 144 Hz refresh and you have one heck of a gaming experience. The caveat for PC users is that you also need one heck of a graphics card to drive it. For console gamers, meanwhile, there's HDMI 2.1 connectivity for 4K 120 Hz action. Oh, and note that while there is USB-C with power delivery, the latter only amounts to 15W, so it's not enough to keep a laptop charged under load. Not nearly. It's nicely built too, perhaps too nicely built, with the hefty alloy stand taking up an awful lot of desk space, though the stand is actually optional. Less nice is the price. For sure, it's on par with similar spec'd screens. We just wish that for this kind of money, you got true HDR performance, especially given that you're not far off the price of an entry-level 120 Hz OLED TV.
Coming at number 4.
BenQ Mobiuz EX3210U. Looking for a 4K gaming monitor with HDMI 2.1 that'll pair perfectly with consoles and the best graphics card? The BenQ Mobiuz EX3210U is probably the 4K monitor you've been looking for. Armed with an IPS panel with brilliant color accuracy and support for both HDR10 and VISA Display HDR 600, it's safe to say this display is a looker. It even has HDR smarts, so you technically don't even have to use a support device to transform your favorite games and content into moreish eye candy. Playing HDR-rich games like AC Origins, Red Dead Redemption and Destiny 2 is a real pleasure on this fast, smooth display. Admittedly, a lack of proper dimming zones lets the side down in terms of contrast, but that HDR feature mentioned above makes up for that by automatically adjusting settings depending on what content you are consuming. Unlike so many other gaming monitors, the Mobiuz EX3210U actually has a set of speakers that are worth using. The true sound by Trevolo is rich and full-bodied with great stereo separation. There's also a built-in microphone with some noise-canceling abilities, but that might feel a little redundant if you already own one of the best gaming headsets or one of the best microphones for streaming.
At number 3.
Acer Predator CG7. Acer's beastly 43-inch Predator CG7 is absolutely the monster-sized screen if you've been wanting to take a go big, or go home approach to your search for the best 4K monitor for gaming. This is a 43-inch beast that will demand more than simple amount of desk space, but the results will be incredible. It's got all the chops of a gaming screen too, and is ideal for multi-machine setups. Getting right to it, the CG7 has a VA panel that is the real 4K deal and good for fully 1000 nits of brightness, has a 1 millisecond response time, and a full 120 Hz refresh rate via HDMI 2.1, and a speedier 144 Hz when using a PC-only connection. As for color accuracy, Acer puts the CG7 in the top reaches of it, with a touted 90% DCI-P3 gamut, which isn't too bad at all, and it is also Display HDR 1000 certified. However, it only has 14 edge-lit dimming zones rather than full-array local dimming, so it's not the full HDR deal. That said, the inherent 4000:1 contrast of the VA panel, combined with that powerful 1000 nits brightness, means that this is about as good as it gets with having full-array dimming.
Number 2 of my list.
Philips Momentum 5000. The Philips Momentum 5027M1F5800 is a 4K gaming monitor that will absolutely stun you with its nano IPS panel. It has a simplistic design that looks professional atop a work-from-home desk, but a stand that gives it a bit of gaming soul. For that reason alone, this is absolutely up there with 2022's best gaming monitor releases that are designed with a dual-platform setup in mind. For a 4K gaming monitor from a big-name brand, it's surprisingly affordable, and for the quality of panel you get, we'd argue it has excellent value for money. In terms of connectivity, you get 2 HDMI 2.1 ports and 2 1.4 display ports. You also get a handy USB upstream port, as well as 4 USB 3.2 Gen 1 ports, and an audio out for a 3.5mm cable. The 4K Momentum 5000 has a 27-inch display with a refresh rate of 144 Hz, HDR 600 certification, and adaptive sync technology. This is a 4K gaming monitor that has all the bells and whistles, then, so long as you don't mind a fairly lackluster UI. In testing, we were awestruck with how good it made games look, even when dropped down to Quad or Full HD. Besides some minor contrast and brightness issues, this is up there with the best 4K monitors around.
And number 1.
Acer Predator XB323QK. 4K resolution, high refresh, and fully connected, it's what every gamer wants, right? The Acer Predator XB323QK certainly looks like it meets those demands, and forms one heck of a 4K gaming monitor package on paper. The IPS 4K panel will do 144 Hz, you get both HDMI 2.1 and USB-C interfaces, plus DisplayPort 2.1 for total connectivity, covering PC and console. There's even HDR support. Sadly, that's limited to display HDR 400 with no local dimming, which is where the slight issues begin. This monitor is very subdued in SDR mode. You can work around that by running in HDR mode and cranking up the brightness of SDR content. But it's a bit of a bodge. Still, games look undeniably stunning in full 4K with fluid high-fresh frame rates. And the panel is properly quick for IPS tech. We just wish the whole package was a bit more affordable. Oh, and that Acer would unleash the backlight a bit in SDR mode.
Check out this video description for latest price and more informations. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe and stay tuned.